Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. That's a lot of power here, man. Assalamu alaikum and greetings, alishanmao here, and welcome to my favorite spot outdoors. Check this out. Dual brushless motors, direct drive, mini 3D RC helicopter. No, it's not OMP Hobby M2. It is basically a tough competitor to M2. This is Eachine E180. Eachine has been busy with mini 3D helicopters and other beginner helicopters, and they just released E180. Now, before we proceed with this video review, this version, I believe, is the very first sample in my hands. The end products from Eachine will be different than this. Now, I know you have many questions in your head, and I will try my best to answer all those questions one by one. And of course, you want to have a comparison of this with M2. So wait for that video. It's gonna be a complete separate video. First, in this video, let me give you a closer look at the helicopter, talk about its feature, then I will fly it. And I have to be very careful because this is a very first sample, I have been told, and crashing is not an option for me, so I have to be very careful when flying it and pulling some 3D moves. And also do remember, this being the very first sample, the final versions that Eachine will release for E180 might be different than this. I mean, the color scheme and other components might improve a bit. So to say once again, let me give you a quick look at the helicopter and its features, closer look, and we'll fly it and see how it performs. So let's get to work. Alright, let me give you a closer look at the Eachine E180 helicopter. I found my phone camera is much more clear to show you and give you a closer look at the helicopter. Now, from a very simple view, it does look like M2, like that sitting right there in the background, and it is of the same size. I have checked the size, so once again, please be patient for a complete comparison video. Now, on the tail, we have a brushless motor, direct drive to the propeller, and metal parts right here. Okay, then a carbon fiber boom going all the way to the front, coming to the canopy. Nice and bright color canopy, I like it. Very simple design, but they may have more designs coming, as I mentioned. Main rotor head. It still looks the old design on the main rotor head. We have the rocker arms, we have all these parts, so still this is an older design right here. They did not improve much here, but all metal parts. Carbon fiber frame that I can see from canopy, and carbon fiber landing skids, which actually break very easy according to my experience with M2. Now, heart and soul of this helicopter is a 180 FPL unit, and you have channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, S-Bus and DSMX support, and we have 3 dials as well to adjust the gains directly here. And then we have direct drive brushless motor, more metal parts, Yuxiang servos, okay, carbon fiber frame. Then we have a Yuxiang Hulk 3606 motor, direct drive brushless motor. Looks like a big powerful motor, and what I've seen from the Banggood initial video where their test pilot was throwing it around and doing some real nice 3D, this motor actually does not bog and gives plenty power. One thing that you might want to notice is a huge design improvement that I would say. Having to have a direct drive motor, you see something is missing right here. All right, there used to be a piece in other helicopters that holds the main rotor shaft and prevents it from going down, but now we do not have that. So in other design, you have to open that part as well when you want to replace the shaft and put it on other shaft as well, on a new shaft. But this doesn't do that. Why? Because if you look at it right here, right there, you can see there's a screw there and a big circular cylinder kind of thing. So all you need to do is open that screw, okay, and then you can pull the main shaft out. Of course, you have to open a lot of parts here, but you can actually pull the main shaft out and put it back, a new main shaft in, tighten that screw, and put the main rotor head back on. So replacing the main shaft in this one is much more easy. So the battery is using 11.1 volt 700 milliamp fully max battery on a tray that actually slides in and fits there. This is this. Now it came with the E6 radio, Eachine E6 SFHSS. Very good news for me, because I can bind and set it up with my Radiomaster TX16S later. But today I'm gonna fly it with Eachine E6 radio, which does a good job. So this is this. Let's set it up and let's fly it. Okay, throttle hold, high, low, 6G 3D mode, and that should be the gear for 3D, right. And again, I have to put it in 3D mode before flipping to switching to perform 3D. So let's fly it. Okay, so taking off. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. See how things go. Man, it's a screaming of power. Already a lot of head speed, huh? Already a lot of head speed. And it's pretty stable, man. I mean, the 6G is, of course, it's going to be very, very stable. Now, Eachine helicopters, they shoot forth and back when you're flying forward, but this one doesn't unless I do it. So I cannot go very far. I'm just gonna stay closer. I feel the helicopter has slight vibration, or could be because the head rotor speed is too high. Man, I'm scared to switch it to 3D. Punch seems to be very, very good. Okay. Look at that punch, man. Nice, and motor does not actually bog. There's a lot of head speed here, man. So I'll just keep it here and do some punch here, you can see. So motor actually does not bog. Now again, that's a lot of head speed here, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip to 3D mode. See that punch? The motor does not even bog. And that is the beauty of, you know, direct drive motors. So I lost it there for a second. Really, man. That's a lot of power here, man. You don't want to be in the way of this helicopter when it's coming at you at this head speed. Don't go too far. Do not go too far. So I switched to 6G mode and it does switch immediately. You do not have to land, unlike other helicopters where you have to land to switch to 6G mode. You don't have to. Superb. Let me land it and check how the battery is feeling. That was awesome, man. I mean, really, that was superb. All right, the very first flight that went very well. Adrenaline was pumping in. Also, the pressure on me is that you cannot crash it, boy, because this is the only sample and I'm the first one in the world to get it. So that pressure was actually making my mouth go dry. However, I am super duper happy that this helicopter, really, I don't have the skills to basically do justice to the capabilities of this Eachine E180 3D RC helicopter. But in the hands of a skilled hardcore 3D pilot, they can basically slap it around and perform some really cool moves. Anyway, let's see how the battery is feeling after that. I believe I landed at the right time, 3.7, 3.7, 3.7 per cell, and that is a very nice voltage to land. I can actually still fly it a bit more. So to say, it is efficient as well. I did 3D, I flew it around, and basically if I fly it just in 6G mode, I believe I can get a lot of flight time out of this helicopter and using this battery. While doing 3D, it's basically the same time that you want to keep with other same type of 3D helicopter. Like with M2, I do set my timer to 4 to 5 minutes only, and that's what I'm gonna do with this one, 4 to 5 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes is a very safe time to perform some really nice 3D. Now after this flight, motor wasn't hot, I have checked. Tail motor wasn't hot, but battery is warm. It's winter, but battery is still warm. Again, yes, while I'm just speaking of winter, battery is still giving me nice, good flight times. So now for the conclusion, I would like to start with watch out OMP Hobby. You have got some serious competition right here. And thank you very much, Eachine, for working very hard and bringing us more options to buy, more options to consider while it comes to this size mini 3D RC helicopters. And yes, this is absolutely 2 thumbs up. A best M2 alternative right here. If you are just starting with the helicopter with 6G mode, this gives you very stable flight and easy to control flight around, lots of flight time. And if you are a skilled pilot, you can pull out some serious moves with this helicopter running the direct drive dual brushless motors. People would ask definitely, will M2 batteries fit in this helicopter? I would say I'll give it a try right away. So you can see the M2 battery is slightly longer than this battery, okay, with the Eachine E180 battery. One is a 650 milliamp battery and this is 700 milliamp battery and a smaller size. Very strange, very strange. So anyway, this is this. Let me just try to add the battery and see if it fits or not. So give me a moment, let me align it, lock it there. See, it protrudes out a lot. Now it will be issue, it fits there, but it will be issue to fit the canopy on it. You see, I cannot push the canopy anymore, and you might have to do new holes in the canopy. You still have a lot of space, you might have to do new holes in the canopy. Now, being an honest guy, I would like to say that M2 helicopter and M2 batteries are sent by OMP Hobby and they are property of OMP Hobby. So I'm not going to use those batteries to fly and test Eachine E180. I'm going to use the Eachine E180 battery still, and I'm going to charge it right away in the field using my ISDT 608AC and give it more flights. So stay tuned for next videos. Please comment in the comment section of this video and let me know what do you want to see next about Eachine E180. Do you want to see a comparison of Eachine E180 with M2 helicopter first, or you would like to see more flights of Eachine E180? and or you want to see a flight comparison of both helicopters. Thank you very much for all your support towards my work, that I post regular and fresh content on my channel just for you. Hit that like button right